All right, so you're looking to sell your home and buy a new home here in Colorado, but you're a little confused, maybe a little stuck. You're not sure where to start. Well, guys, I've got a treat for you. First off, you're not alone. A lot of us struggle with this whole, I want to upgrade my house, but not sure where to start. I've got a really good rate. Like, how do I figure out whether or not this makes sense? Well, I'm doing a 5-part series walking you through the exact process I take both my clients through and I myself went through with my wife as we just turned our last home into a rental and purchased a new one. So stay tuned for this series. We're going to take the guesswork out of how to go through this process, how to think about it, and what the step-by-step guide is in order to set you up for success. All right, guys, welcome to part 1 of this 5-video series. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to get clear before buying and selling. Without knowing exactly what you want, it's easy to get frustrated, waste time, energy, and effort chasing the wrong opportunities. But when you're clear, everything is easier. Your budget, your timelines, even making the right offers on the right homes. And so by the end of this video, you're going to have 3 simple steps to get crystal clear on your goals and set yourself up for success. Guys, before I give you the 3 simple steps, I just want to encourage, if you're enjoying the content and you are looking to buy, sell, or invest here in Colorado, I am your guy. I've been doing this for 10 years and would love nothing more than to serve you. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and reach out to me. I'm the one answering the phone calls, texts, and can't wait to connect with you. All right, guys, first step is define your why. Look, this may sound cliche, but it's so important. And the way you define your why is, first up, the simple question, why are you wanting to move? Like, what's the motivating factor behind it? And what's the pain point you were experiencing in the current house? For my wife and I, it was we wanted a bigger yard, and we thought about it all summer long. And we also wanted a real estate investment, hence why we turned our current home into a rental and bought a new home. So get clear on your why, and I would say determine the top 2 motivating factors of why you want to move. So your why will guide every decision going forward. Step number 2 is to define and know the difference between your must-haves and nice-to-haves. Guys, this one leads to more frustration than anything else in this process, because you go back and forth between, like, I want this, but I'm okay sacrificing this, and you're unclear on what exactly it is that you want. You know, but actually listing and defining these things more specifically will lead to a much more enjoyable experience. Here's a couple things to consider when creating these must-haves and nice-to-have lists. First off, what do you love about your current house? Next question is, what do you not love about your current house? And the third question is, what do you wish you had? Now you're gonna run through this same questioning process for your location. Through this exercise, you're gonna know exactly what you're looking for in both the house and location, and this will help you identify what the deal breakers or non-negotiables are. And guys, I can't express enough importance in very clearly knowing what you're willing to part with, what you're willing to sacrifice and not willing to sacrifice in this next house, which will ultimately lead you to better decisions and a house you're going to love. And the third step is to set a timeline. Guys, is this a now thing or like a 3 to 5 year thing? And once you have that answer, then I encourage you to ask yourselves why. Why is it a 3 to 5 year thing as opposed to a now thing? And this next question might help you identify that. The question is, what has to happen or align in your world for you to make this happen? For my wife and I, really it was ultimately budget and house. If we found the right house for the right price, we'd move tomorrow. It took us 2 years to finally make a move on this, more so because we weren't clear on our why and we weren't clear on our must-haves and nice-to-haves. But when we became clear about that, it took us nearly 2 months to find the perfect house and move in. So whether that's budget and house has to align for you, or maybe it's jobs or when we have the next kid, You gotta get clear on what your timeline is so that we can work backwards and create a really solid game plan for you guys. And that's it for this video, guys. I want to keep these simple so it's easy for you guys to digest, move through this process, and follow along the journey with me. So to summarize, get clear on your goals. Your whys, your must-haves, your timelines is the foundation for the rest of this process to be smooth and enjoyable. I'm curious to hear from you guys. What are your top must-haves? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're ready to take the next step, we're going to be releasing part number 2 of this series next week, where we'll dive into how to make sure your dream home fits your budget and how to identify that. Hey guys, thanks again for joining today. If you want to skip the line, feel free to reach out to me directly at the number and email on the screen. Again, I'm the one answering the texts, the calls, and can't wait to connect with you. I'll catch you on part 2. Cheers.